Hey everyone, Audi has recently unveiled a new family of concept vehicles. The first of these is the Audi Skysphere Concept. It's an electric-powered, two-door convertible whose lines lead directly to the Audi design of tomorrow. With it, the brand is illustrating its vision for the progressive luxury segment of the future, in which the interior becomes an interactive space and the vehicle a platform for captivating experiences. This is being made possible thanks to autonomous driving, a revolutionary redesign of the interior, and a seamless digital ecosystem. The Audi Skysphere concept shows how the brand is redefining luxury in the future. It's no longer just about driving. The concept car was designed with a clear objective of offering its occupants captivating and world-class experiences. To give passengers a maximum amount of freedom, the Audi Skysphere concept was designed for two different driving experiences: a grand touring experience and a sports experience. This makes use of a spectacular technical details such as a variable wheelbase, electronic motors, and a sophisticated mechanism with body and frame components that slide into one another make it possible to vary the wheelbase itself and the exterior length of the car by 250mm. At the same time, the vehicle's ground clearance is adjusted by 10mm to enhance comfort and driving dynamics. With the touch of a button, the driver can take advantage of their freedom and choose their own driving experience. Either they pilot their 4.94-metre long e-roadster themselves in sport mode with a reduced wheelbase, while the rear wheel steering ensures that the vehicle remains extremely agile despite its dimensions. Or they can choose to be chauffeured around in a 5.19-metre GT in the autonomous Grand Touring driving mode while enjoying the sky and the scenery, maximum legroom, and the services offered by a seamlessly integrated digital ecosystem. In this mode, the steering wheel and the pedals move into an invisible area. The feeling of space in the concept car opens up completely, new realms of possibility for such a sporty convertible. Meanwhile, the Audi Skysphere automatically keeps an eye on the road and traffic with its sensor system and drives the occupants safely to their destination. The vehicle also takes care of everyday tasks that go beyond the ride itself. For example, the autonomous Audi Skysphere concept picks up its passengers with information about their current destination and independently handles parking and charging. An electronic motor positioned on the powered rear axle is responsible for delivering power to the wheels of the Audi Skysphere. A total of 465 kilowatts of power and 750 newton-meters of torque have an easy time with the Roadster, which only weighs around 1,800 kilograms. The weight distribution of around 60% on the powered rear axle results in the ample traction and acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers in just 4 seconds. The Audi Skysphere's battery modules are primarily positioned behind the cabin, an ideal configuration for the vehicle's center of gravity and agility. Further modules can be found between the seats in the center tunnel of the Skysphere interior, another position chosen in the favor of vehicle dynamics. The battery capacity is expected to be more than 80 kilowatts an hour, giving the car a range of more than 500 kilometers, at least in the economical GT mode. The vehicle features double wishbone axles in the front and the rear. The upper and lower wishbones are forged or cast from aluminium. Steering takes place via a steer-by-wire system that controls both the front and the rear wheels. Because the system is not mechanically connected to the front axle, the driver can select different steering ratios and steering settings, all at the touch of a button. This allows the steering to be adjusted from extremely direct to comfortable, but also from high self-aligning forces to minimum self-aligning forces. For example, when parking, the rear axle steering and adaptive wheelbase also contribute to the car's small turning radius. The latest evolutionary stage of Audi's adaptive air suspension has been implemented in the concept car and features 3 independent air chambers to provide a comfortable base suspension. Individual chambers can be deactivated for a more sporty ride with fast acceleration. The result is that the characteristic curve of the spring becomes more progressive, reducing roll and pitch to a minimum. Lowering the body by 10mm reduces aerodynamic drag, particularly relevant when driving long distances. The Audi Skysphere's active suspensions plays a key role in the versatility of the car's handling characteristics. When simply coasting along, the individual wheels are selectively raised or lowered to compensate for unevenness and undulations in the road surface, the result of a symbiosis between the navigation systems, digital predictions, and the active chassis. Sophisticated control and actuation systems. Mounted on aerodynamically styled 23-inch alloy rims, the 285/30 tyres strike a perfect balance between suitability for long-distance trips thanks to the minimal rolling resistance and a sporty, active driving style with high longitudinal and lateral acceleration. The rear end was developed in a wind tunnel and combines elements of a speedster and a shooting brake with large glass surfaces in a traditional streamlined design. 2 overnight bags designed specifically for the Audi Skysphere find space under the glass and are held in place with straps that are stretched in a cross wires pattern. The front end, although no longer serving as a radiator grille, clearly features the brand's typical single frame and 3-dimensionally designed illuminated emblem with the 4 rings. The entire single frame and also the adjacent surfaces on the side are designed with white LED elements to literally act as a stage for visual effects. Both functional effects as well as moving welcome sequences when a vehicle is opened and closed. Gentle dimming and a structured, rhythmically pulsating light produces an elegant effect. The daytime running lights in the side front sections, in turn, give the lighting units a resolute, focused gaze. If the wheelbase is changed, the LEDs in the front and rear display a specifically composed dynamic sequence. The rear end is also dominated by a digitally controlled LED surface that extends across the entire width of the vehicle. Countless red LEDs are scattered like rubies across the vertical rear surface. Reflections create dynamic lighting and shadow effects when the lighting units are switched on and off. Upon changing the wheelbase and thus operating mode from GT to Sport, the light signature also changes and sends a clear indication of the changed character of the Audi Skysphere Concept, particularly in the area around the single frame. A characteristic feature of the side view are the rocker panels, which seem to protrude into the rear wheel arch. A necessary feature when varying the wheelbase actually pushes it backwards. The rocker panel is attached to the front end of the car, and as it moves, the panel also slides to the rear under the fixed door. In the process, the wheelbase is reduced from the standard size of an A8 to the significantly more compact size of a curve comparable Audi RS5. 25 centimeters makes all the difference, and not just technically but also visually, and above all in terms of driving experience. When it comes to the 3 upcoming concept cars, Audi Skysphere, Audi Grand Sphere and Audi Urban Sphere, the brand is placing the space that surrounds a passenger's sphere and which becomes an experience for them, the interior at the center of its designs. This is because all 3 vehicles are designed for level 4 autonomous driving, meaning that in certain defined road and traffic situations, the driver can delegate complete responsibility to the car and no longer has to intervene. As a result, control elements such as the steering wheel and pedals can be swiveled into an invisible position and thereby completely removed from the interior. And passengers, including the one in the front left seat, can enjoy a new form of freedom. The freedom to relax in the open air, enjoy the scenery and the wind, or interact with the internet and the world thanks to the connections with the digital ecosystem in the Audi Skysphere. Freer controls, the interior appears as a light, spacious environment, inspired in many areas by the Art Deco universe. The comfortable seats boast the visual elegance of designer furnishings, yet they fulfill the functions of a car seat in driving mode without any compromises. They are upholstered in a sustainably produced microfiber fabric, and thanks to their variable position in the interior offer the kind of freedom to move and legroom that can otherwise only be experienced when flying first class on an aeroplane. Environmentally certified eucalyptus wood and synthetically produced imitation leather are other sustainability manufactured materials in the vehicle's interior. Should the Audi Skysphere concept be used in driver-operated mode, then the interior transforms into a driving machine cockpit. Together with the chassis and the body, the instrument panel and the monitor panel on the center console also move to the rear. The driver finds all the controls, including the steering wheel and pedals, in the position that best suits them. Large touch monitor surfaces, 1415mm wide and 180mm high, on the dashboard and in the upper area of the center console are used to operate the vehicle and infotainment system. In Grand Touring mode, this can be used to display content from the internet, video conferences, or stream movies. Small touch panels and doors are used to operate the air conditioning. A high quality sound system delivers concept hall audio quality even when the vehicle is in motion. The shape of the headrest prevents turbulence and also annoying wind noise. Customized infotainment options are also available, such as linking the onboard streaming service to music and video providers used at home. If you like my video today, please give it a like. If you've got any comments, please comment in the comments below. Please subscribe by pressing the subscribe button below. And please check out some of my other videos, which should be popping up on the screen right now.